to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Happy sat stacking Saturday. Bitcoin blasted off to 65,000. We're still in the green. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. Also quoting RFK Jr. I put most of my wealth into Bitcoin. I'm fully committed. And quoting Michael Saylor, you will spend 40,000 hours of your life trying to make money. It's worthwhile to spend 100 hours figuring out how to keep it. Preach. We'll also be discussing Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs top 250 million in assets under management. And speaking of Bitcoin ETFs, they also soared 252 million in a new influx as Ether ETFs experience another day of losses. We'll also be discussing Binance founder CZ leaves U.S. prison but is not fully free yet. I'll be breaking down the details. We'll also be discussing the latest with RFK Jr. He says he is suspending, not terminating, his presidential campaign. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin price by 2050. According to this major asset manager, they say 52 million can be in play for their bull scenario. I'll be breaking it down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What's new? What's good? Happy sat stacking Saturday. How many of you were on the pump watch? We went for like 13, 14 hours. Let me know. Shout out Shandy10 Music. Shout out Chris Robinson. Shout out Digital Dankness. Shout out Ricky Norwood, The Oracle, Okay Good, Un Mango. I have an unusual amount of gnats flying in my airspace today, so you're going to see a lot of what looks like sorcery with my hands, but I'm just trying to keep them out of my face. I don't know what attracts them to my room because there's no food ever in the office. There's no sweets. So what's attracting them? I have no idea. But they're, I guess, apparently attracted to the screen. So they're like, there's just a ton of them in my face today. So just be on alert. Simply Bitcoin channel got banned. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. I encourage everyone to repost either my post, sticking up for them, or create your own post, or just repost Simply Bitcoin's post. We want to help them get their channel reinstated. We know it's not fair when a channel gets terminated without warning for no apparent reason, and they just claim it's harmful and dangerous. We know that's a bunch of BS. I'm also going to be squishing the gnats if I catch them slipping and landing on my desk. Hey, JV, I'm doing deliveries and watching you between the stops. Love your brother. Right back at you, DNA. Shout out, Mark. College football is back, baby. And so is the Bitcoin on the up. It feels good to have Bitcoin back on the up. When we're above 60 Gs, things just feel fantastic. It seems 60 to be the line in the sand for the current price action. And right now we're above 64. Looks like we're trying to retest 65. We tapped like 64,980. yesterday, so we're on the cusp of reclaiming 65. Once we reclaim 65, next logical target, in my opinion, is going to be 70, the next major psychological resistance, and then we're very close from price discovery at 73.8. So only a matter of time before we recapture. Yes, I'm casting spells. JV the Sorcerer or the Alchemist. Please smash the likes. Thank you, Shortcoin, and welcome everyone just joining the stream.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
And you guys are amazing. Thank you for all the reposts already. Just reposting everyone, including Beach Guy, Charlene, Marcus Roth, Digital Dankness, Silver Spike, JC Ice. You guys are amazing. Julie, appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to be checking the X feed throughout the stream, and I already have the stream pinned on my X account just so it's easy to find. So all you got to do is hit the heart, then hit the repost button. And if you can do that with a quote or a comment on the stream, I'll repost the quote or the comment. I'll follow you back and also repost it to help you guys out as well. My daily fix. Welcome, Jose. What's poppin', brother? Shout out One Glen Co. Welcome to the stream, El Chorizo. What up, King? Love and respect. Today I'm getting my clear mind on. I just woke up from a little power nap, so like 10 minutes ago. I'm still waking up. But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. Happy Sat Stacking Saturday. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. This is a live and interactive stream. So if you guys can make sure to check us out on the tube so you can interact in the chat, it's greatly appreciated.
Buying opportunity for fifth level sexy G's. What do you think, JV?
Shout out Guido. Thank you for the repost, brother. He put YouTube makes the Bitcoiners whole. Stop banning the good guys and sticking up for Simply Bitcoin. Respect.
There's about a roaring kitty.
Shout out to the Orange Pill Nurse. Appreciate you, brother.
Roaring kitty, not me. I'm for the big T.
Thank you, Shortcoin, for the repost. Best crypto pod. Cheers. And shout out Ronan Cash. Happy Sat Stacking Saturday. Cheers, brother. Just reposting you.
I'm for the Nippinator, I'm for Nipsey, not for the weirdo Kit Kat, kitty cat, the kitty cat. I'm for stacking the sats, stack the sats.
Thank you, Clevelander77. Put there is no second best. Appreciate it. Just reposted you.
Ain't no thing, baby, it's a chance to stack those sats, chance to stack the big T's. Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin on my mind, on my Bitcoin, and my Bitcoin on my mind.
Shout out Shandy. She put your Bitcoin guy. Crypto News, yes, is live on X, YouTube, and the Rumble. Thank you, Shandy. Much appreciated. And make sure you guys all subscribe to her channel. You'll notice her YouTube channel link pinned in the comments on the YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe. A bunch of new videos. She just dropped another video, a new song, earlier today, early this morning. There was a new song yesterday we collaborated on called Bitcoin Kids, which is fire. And then we had a song the other day, a new video, Bitcoin Astrology. So she's dropping a lot of bangers, and you can find them all on the channel. Even this jam, like what you're listening to right now, is one of the Chandy Jammy Jams.
60 G's, 60 G's.
Shout out Mexica Hodl. I appreciate that, brother. Best Bitcoin only show. You gotta learn today.
Buying opportunity. Bitcoin.
Let's stack the biddies. Doing good. 64,187. Not too shabby. Yuck foo. Welcome, brother. Stacking them up. Shout out Chris Robinson, Andrew Gass. 52 milli. Yeah, I don't make up the numbers. This is VanEck, major asset manager, by the year 2050. So no one's saying 52 million tomorrow. But by the year 2050, which is roughly 26 years from now, that's the target. So we're going to be discussing that here today. Why not? Yeah, not 2030 either. This is a VanEck prediction we'll dive deeper into a little later in the stream, but 52 million by 2050. I think that's realistic. What are your thoughts? But anyways, hello from Minnesota. Shout out Steve. Shout out the rest of the fam. If you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe. Then hit that bell icon. Turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day. Just like this. Happy Sat Stacking Saturday. Today is pod episode number 1739. I'm your host, JV. It's August 24th, 2024. Markets are pumping. We almost reclaimed 65 yesterday. In fact, we hit like 64,980. And we're still above 64,200 at the time of the live stream right now. And let's check out our market watch. Should be able to see up on your screen. We can see Bitcoin still up 1% on the day, trading at roughly 64,400. We have Ether up 1.5%, trading at roughly 2,800. Solana up almost 7%. Matic up 8%. A lot of gainers across the board in the market as the market cap continues to climb. And speaking of the market cap, the total crypto market cap currently $2.28 trillion, with the Bitcoin market cap at $1.268 trillion. We got roughly 65 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. And we have the Bitcoin dominance currently at 55.7%, with the Ether dominance at 14.8%. How high do you think the Bitcoin Dom will climb for the cycle? Let me know. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got Pepe up 12%, Render up 12%, and WIF up 11%. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get more of a visual perspective of the market. Virtually everything in the green. Safe to say 99% of the market. The only thing I see barely in the red is XMR, which is Monero and Leo and Tau. So almost everything crushing. And zooming out on the monthly, Nice divided mixed bag here. I'd say 60% in the green, 40% in the red. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index today, we're at 56 greed. Yesterday's 34 fear. Last week, 25 in extreme fear. And last month, a 68 in greed. And checking out the time chain calendar so you can see what block we're officially on. It's 858,289. And let's see the current conversion today. Satoshis to dollars. You can currently get 1,556 sats for $1 US. It'll probably run you roughly $600 to become a Satoshi millionaire. If you're not already a Satoshi millionaire, what are you doing with your life? Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. And with that being shared, fam, welcome everyone to join the stream. We'll next dive into our Bitcoin technical analysis. We'll pull up some of the live charts and have some fun. Shout out Luck. Shout out Chris. He says to Lana, the bitty man, rocking the mic. Thank you, James. What will it be at 2030? I think above $1 million by 2029. That's my 7-figure price prediction. Sometime in 2029, I think we hit the cycle peak of the following halving cycle. Next halving is going to be April 2024. So I think in 2029, easy 1 million. How many millions? It's going to depend upon how strong the dollar is, or I should say how weak the dollar is in inflation. 2050, it'll cost 20 million for a vehicle to travel. If you still live on a planet, Trun and Crow, Whiff and Knife, thank you for sharing, Oracle. Opt out of the endless fiat printing and save the biddy. Pepito paid some bills this month for me. Oh, who's Pepito? But that's pretty nice, someone to pay your bills. Tuna, what? Tuna with what? Mom and Whiff. Oh, those are the ultra bullish on, you mean 2028. I personally think 2029. It could happen in 2028. Heck, it can happen sooner than I anticipate. Bitcoin has no top. Fiat has no bottom. Just keeping it 100. Anything can happen, and we honestly don't know, so it's all speculation. Anything I say, take with a grain of salt. No financial advice given during my streams, and this is for entertainment purposes only. My job is to entertain you and share the news, and if I can do that, I feel I've done a good job. Shout out Darth Melda. Join us for the Stack and Saturday. Cheers. Just reposted ya. LT cooking creme brulee while watching the best show with a I want some creme brulee. Come on now. Hook it up. That's one of my favorite desserts. When they go to the restaurant, they got the little torch. Whoosh. Good stuff. Enjoy your dessert there, brother. And welcome everyone just joining the stream. Happy 420. We already got 500 people here. You guys are awesome. Shout out Catherine Weaver. Appreciate the reposts. And thank you, Charlene, for reposting the reposts. You guys are awesome. Appreciate all the support. Shout out Dankness. Always holding it down as well. And the rest of the fam. Cheers.
But I don't sweat it, because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the dip crowd, sell on the dip crowd, dip sell, dope sell, nope.
Hello from Slovenia. Welcome, brother. I am looking forward to the 6-figure party because I see it happening in the next few months. I agree. I think it happens fourth quarter of this year. Can I be wrong? Yeah. However, if I was to guess, I think it happens in the fourth quarter. El Salvador has the best name, agreed. Thy Savior. If you translate that into English, Thy Savior. And precisely what it is. Precisely what it is. But anyways, fam, let's dive into today's technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. We'll check out some of the live charts. Check out some of the price action and go from there. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. So headline here reads, Bitcoin's Coinbase Premium hits 39-day high as 63,000 is reclaimed. In fact, we even reclaimed 64 Gs, which we're currently above. That's right. Bitcoin buyer interest in the U.S. hit a 39-day high following the U.S. Fed further confirming interest rates were due to fall, according to recent data. Quoting Crypto Quant here, Bitcoin demand in the U.S. spiked today as the Fed signaled the cycle of the lower interest rates will begin. Now, they also claim that was based on the Coinbase Premium Index, which measures the gap between the biddy price on Coinbase Pro and Binance and is used as an indicator of U.S. investor demand compared to the rest of the world. The indicator hit its highest point since July 15th, reaching 0.0114. And while positive readings suggest the buying pressure, negative readings signal a sell-off is happening. Just before Crypto Black Monday on August 5th, when Bitcoin price fell below 50 Gs, the Coinbase Premium dropped below 0.10. That's when we temporarily touched the recent local bottom of 49. The increase in demand came after Fed Chairman Jay Powell assured the public that the interest rate cuts were likely, but he didn't specify when. Quoting him here, "The time has come for the policy to adjust." And at the time, Bitcoin was trading at 63. Well, at this point, we're above 64, so we're up roughly 5% since August 22nd, 2 days ago. And so yesterday we climbed 5%, and today we're kind of holding steady. Bitcoin's price spiked just shy of 65, reaching 64.8, a level it hadn't seen since August 2nd, so literally 22 days. Now, Powell's event, which markets keenly watched for policy easing cues, saw a dovish Powell herald the appropriate dialing back of the policy restraint while not giving concrete timelines for the cuts to begin. And just hours before the Fed's announcement and the Bitcoin price surge, Bitcoin was hovering at the 60,000 mark. That's right. With concerns about potential selling pressure from the miners due to the cost of the Bitcoin mining remaining at 72,224. Now, on-chain analyst William Clemente stated there is still 7 days left in the month, but there is no denying that the market has seen sub 60,000 Bitcoin as value for 6 months now. It's like we've been stuck at 60 G's. Wild, right? Quoting RFK Jr., "I put most of my wealth into the Bitcoin. I am fully committed." And quoting Giga Chad Mike Saylor, "You will spend 40,000 hours of your life trying to make money. It's worthwhile to spend 100 hours figuring out how to keep it." I mean, common sense, you would think, right? And shout out Michael Saylor. Now, welcome everyone. Oh, actually, I did promise to pull up some of the live charts, so let's do that actually next. Keep the comments flowing. We'll pull up the live charts, and then I'll check the comments, and we'll read all the comments out loud. You should be able to see on your screen right here. Oh, did I not set the chat? Oh, yeah, I switched out the chat yesterday to the Rumble. Let me fix it back to the YouTube. Give me a second. We'll play a little music as I'm updating the chat for the live charts.
We've been climbing, aim for $1 million climaxing, never stopping. Bitcoin is rising.
Well, that was simple enough. It looks like I got it fixed. Okay, so yeah, you can look at the live chart right now. This is the 1 hour. The 1 hour chart shows us roughly $64,300. This is live and in the flesh right now. You can see yesterday we had massive breakout. We'll zoom out from here. We'll go to the 4 hour. This is brought to you via TradingView via Coinbase. You can see we're starting to build some bullish momentum here. It looks like we're going to retest 65,000. Hopefully we can break through this time. And checking out the 1 day chart, which was pretty lit yesterday. Even today, look at that. Big green candle yesterday. We're already forming another green candle thus far for today. But do note, we do have a target sitting all the way down at 47.7. And zooming out a little further, we'll check out the 1 week and then the 1 month. The 1 week still looking uber bullish. We still have that sexy cup and handle pattern at 125,000. And zooming out for the monthly, as you can see here, we only have another week left before we get our monthly close. Hopefully we can have a green monthly close, but you got to also consider August historically is very bearish, like 80% of the time. And September is typically bullish, and then it gets very bullish when we enter the fourth quarter, October, November, December. And as we're fast approaching, it's that time of the year, family. But let me know your thoughts regarding some of the price action, and where do you feel Bitcoin will likely take us next? Let me know. I made creme brulee for everyone at Thanksgiving once, and it turned out good. The torch part was fun, right? That's pretty cool that you know how to make it. I've never made it. Looking very bullish. That's what's up. And that's a good reminder, Streamlabs, we do have a Patreon. If anyone wants to support Crypto News Alerts, feel free to do so. Gnats don't like sage smoke. Well, we're going to light up the sage, but my hands are occupied while I'm doing the news. But when the news is done and we do the Q&A, I'm lighting that freaking sage and getting these gnats the hell out of my face. Looks like all the kiddos are going to be getting good, healthy lunches at school if Trump gets in. That's massive. Shout out RFK Jr. for being on top of the health crisis, and that's good news. We need them exposing all the GMOs and all the the deadly chemicals which are inserted into our children's food, which is causing them to be obese and have a lot of problems in their life. H bars a pumping, says John. Blessings. Good weekend, everybody. Happy stacking Saturday. Shout out JBZ. What's poppin', broski? I never got sick when I was younger. I got to be more careful these days. Probably had a strong immune system. That's the key to not getting sick. The immune system is everything. Some of the ways, common sense to boost the immune system: get lots of sleep, get lots of sun. Don't listen to the FUD that the sun is so dangerous. Yeah, if you sit in the sun all day, you're going to get burnt to a crisper. But if you just get enough sun every day, maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, whatever you can handle, it's good for you. It gives you natural vitamin D3. And that's another supplement I highly recommend, vitamin D3, because most of us are vitamin D3 deficient. Vitamin C is fantastic. You can buy the pure vitamin C powder, and you can put it in your drink or in your smoothie. Black seed oil is fantastic for you, and we'll discuss health stuff if you want more later during the Q&A, but there's a lot of supplements you can take. I take like 15, 20 supplements per day. Like, it's wild. But there's a lot of things we need that we're deficient of, so it's hard to get everything you need in your regular diet. But in a perfect world, you know what I mean? JV, are you talking about drinking? Can't drink anymore? I'm drinking the Clear Mind today. So I got what tea? There's the green tea with the sage, the mint, and the rosemary. And I'm going to check my mailbox after the stream. I forgot again yesterday because I know Jen sent me some herbs and also a torch for the sage stick, which I can't wait to use because I'm sick of using the Bic lighter, which is not that effective. I don't think the retest again at 62. And don't use sunscreen. It stops your body from making the D3. Yes, most sunscreen has poison, which causes the big C as well. Don't trust any of the sunscreen you find at the store. If you need some sunscreen because you have very fair skin and you're very sensitive to the sun, as I am, I would suggest some natural remedies. There's plenty of natural sunscreens out there as well. I mean, we're talking hangovers. Oh, so who has the hangover? Is it Melda? What were you drinking last night? Were you drinking during our pump watch? Let me know. But anyways, fam, welcome everyone just joining the stream. We already have 1,800 people here. That's pretty amazing. My apologies, 800. I don't know why I said 1,800. I guess I'm speaking it into existence. We'll have over 1,800 before the end of the stream. Keep up the great work, my friend. Thank you, Choo Choo. BTC just reposted you, fam. Charlene shared a poll, and it says the most you've lost on ish coins, and 43% of you said lost under $1,000. 27% of you said lost under 50,000. 20% said lost under 10,000, and 10% of you lost 100,000 plus. So be careful ish coining out there. I appreciate you sharing the poll, Charlene. I just reposted it. Always good to know that data. A lot of people lose a lot of money, apparently. RFK Jr. That's a pretty lit AI image right there. Jeff Long, cheers, brother. He put that on my post, so I'm going to repost it. I think a gnat just entered my airspace in my mouth. I felt something hit my tongue. It's disgusting. Yeah. But anyways, fam, full hodl mode. Thank you, Michael. Just reposted you, and I promised to follow everyone back. I just followed you and reposted you on the comment, so thank you. And I'll be checking the feed throughout the stream. We still got a lot to share, and we're just getting started. Happy stacking Saturday. I'm going to sip another sip of the Clear Mind green tea, sage with the rosemary, and we'll continue here with the news.
We already hit 67K, and now we're aiming up at that 69 speed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Last night was ladies' night. I'm the blame. I was giving free drinks to all the ladies, you know what I mean, in the chat. So I take full responsibility. I totally forgot. I forgot it was ladies' night last night. Liquidity beneath the 10-meter board, and I wait for an Olympic cannonball. Hey, no, JV, I was on the coffee last night. Oh, just like JC. So how much coffee do you drink, Melda? Do you do the 8-ounce or 30-ounce cups? Let me know. And how do you like your coffee? Black? Do you add sugar? Do you add cream? Is it a latte? A little almond milk? Let me know how you get down. Love the cap, homie. Shout out to the one and only Sergio. That's where I get these caps from. His website is bitcoincaps.net. You can get yourself the infamous El Salvador hat that Chandy's dog has eaten from her closet 2 times. And I think he just sent Chandy out the 3rd one in the mail. No cap. Ladies' night got me. Oh, you too, short coin? Well, at least we were listening to Kendrick. That was kind of cool. I know Juju really appreciated that. I was smoking creme brulee, Nick Vape, and the CBD vape last night. Yummy. Black coffee only. I dig it. Sometimes I do the latte with the almond milk, only if there's almond milk, though. But I dig it. I like my coffee black as well. RFK and T equals no war and better food and health. You can't go wrong with better health. That's something that's been neglected from America for too long. We need a healthy America. We need healthy children. The American diet is savage, especially at like kids' lunches. I know because I used to go to school. It was the worst option available. Like disgusting. Sergio's my hero. He just sent me the 3rd one for free because he is just that sweet. He gets another plug for that. Sergio just hooked up Shandy with a hat for free after she purchased the first 2 and her dog ate them. That's very kind of you, Sergio. Thank you. If anyone wants one of these caps, it's Adidas, so they fit very well. That's why I wear it a lot. It actually fits really good. You can find it at bitcoincaps.net. Support Sergio. This is the guy who creates the hats for Bukele, Max Kaiser, and the rest of the fam. Shout out Michael Hicks. What's poppin', brother? How is the power situation in Puerto Rico after the hurricane hit? Well, fortunately, the hurricane never hit directly, and it was a tropical storm or something. I was fortunate not to lose power, but I was anticipating losing power because more than half the island lost power. So I was just fortunate. But unfortunately, the infrastructure here is weak and power goes out very easily, easier than it should. So that's one of the downsides. That's why a lot of people here have generators or solar panels. Like the majority of the houses in my community have solar panels. I can tell because I can see their roofs and they all have solar panels. So that would be the remedy to avoid going without power out here on the island. But anyways, we got about 1,000 people on the stream. Appreciate you all. Let's continue with the news because we do got a lot to share for you today. Let's discuss these Hong Kong ETFs. The headline here reads, Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs top $250 billion in assets under management. That's right. Hong Kong spot Bitcoin ETFs have surpassed 2 billion Hong Kong dollars, which is roughly 256 million bucks in assets under management. How many of you have been to Hong Kong? Let me know. I've been there. I actually still have some of the Hong Kong dollars as souvenirs, which I took back with me. And maybe one day I'll pull it out of my passport book and show you. Anyways, the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs have had a relatively slow start compared to their U.S. counterparts. According to data from So Value, the 3-spot Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong experienced a net inflow of approximately 247 biddies in the past week, bringing their total holdings to around 4,450 BTC. The total assets under management for the ETFs now stands at around 2.1 billion in Hong Kong dollars, which is 269 million USD. ETFs from the China Asset Management and Harvest Asset Management operated a partnership with the digital asset trading platform OSL, accounting for more than 1.3 billion in Hong Kong dollars in assets under management. The 3rd spot Bitcoin ETF, which is unaffiliated with the OSL, holds roughly 776 million in Hong Kong dollars, which is roughly 100 million USD, representing about 42% of the market. Hong Kong investors have a narrow range of options to gain exposure to the BITI when compared with the 11 offerings in the U.S. market. And despite the recent inflows, Hong Kong spot Bitcoin ETFs have underperformed relative to their U.S. counterparts. When the ETFs launched on April 30th, they attracted a total of 262 million of inflows their first week, with the majority of this figure subscribed before the listings went live. Actual asset inflows during the first week were a modest 14 million, a stark contrast to the billions that flowed into the U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs when they launched back on January 11th. This disparity highlights the challenges Hong Kong faces in positioning itself as a global hub for crypto investments. And as noted by Bloomberg ETF analyst Rebecca Sin, the city's in-kind ETF creation model offers a unique opportunity to increase assets under management and trading volume. However, Hong Kong has yet to catch up with the U.S. market in terms of investor interest and capital inflows. So there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts with the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs. The Monsanto makes the Roundup. They use it on the cereal crops and dry them before the harvesting. Been going on for years. I would never go to China. I am not into CCP or the way they live. Long live the USA. Word up, Tracy Dyer. I would never, considering I actually lived there for 13 months, not in Hong Kong, but in the mainland. Hong Kong's actually nice, and it's different. More freedom in Hong Kong. So it's not controlled by the same Communist Party. Maybe it's a territory with a level of control, but there's definitely more freedom in Hong Kong. But nonetheless, I lived in the mainland, and after living there for 13 months, I would never live there again. This was back in 2010, 2011. However, you know, I must say there were some cool experiences, obviously. And the people overall were pretty cool. And I had some great experiences. But overall, the government, you can't trust them. Not at all. Not at all. Ahoy, Bitcoin pirate crew. Sorry I was delayed. Pillaging the poor, like the water. JB, does any of your no-coiner friends or family ever watch your show? I don't understand why anyone would watch it if they're a no-coiner. Like, why waste your time? You're not in the game. So, no. I have cousins and family who are no-coiners. In fact, I have a massive size family. My mom was one of 9 siblings. So I have tons of aunts and uncles and cousins, and most of them are not Bitcoiners. However, some of them are. Only a handful, though. Like, my mom's a Bitcoiner, of course. My brother's in crypto. I have an uncle in crypto. That's all I can think of. I have a huge family. That's all I can think of. There may be some more that I'm not aware of, but yeah. But I don't think they watch. If you're a no-coiner, why would you watch my show for 2 hours every day? Typically, those who do tune in, it's because they hold some form of crypto and they want to know the news of what's going on, right? How about you guys? Is your family in Bitcoin? Let me know. It's hard to save the family sometimes. You can lead a horse to water, but, well, everyone thinks it's too late because they saw me get in at Bitcoin when it was $1,500. I told everyone. They laughed at me. It's like, JV is trading his real dollars for the fake internet money. Like, you know what I mean? Jokes. But who's laughing now? So now it's like, yeah, JV got lucky. He came across Bitcoin when it was $1,500, and he was just lucky. But now we can't get it. It's too late. It's $64,000. They don't understand it's going up forever, Laura. If they understood it, it don't matter what the price is because it's going to increase your purchasing power. It's mathematically guaranteed to do so. You know what I mean? I have one older brother, no younger siblings. My older brother is 2 or 3 years older than me, depending upon what month of the year it is. Here in Brazil, many of my friends are no-coiners. My parents own some Bitcoin, but I wouldn't call them Bitcoiners. Mo in the house. We are your real family. There you go. The Bitcoin fam. We won't laugh at you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My kids are because I bought it for them. They are getting it after I pass away. What a blessing, the Oracle. Welcome, everyone. Join the stream. Already 1,100 people here. Good to see a jam-packed house. We're having fun. Still got a lot yet to share. Reposting everyone. Thank you, Steven, for reposting Darth Melda's repost of the repost. He wrote, "There is no second best." I just reposted Jabrowski. Best banger post of the day. Censorship is the child of fear, the father of ignorance, and the weapon of tyrants. Thank you for sharing, Charlene. That's a good quote. The one and only Crypto News Alerts. There is no second best. Thank you, Zach Essam. And just reposted your brother. Neo wrote, "I hope you have a great sat stack and Saturday." That's a pretty cool picture. Thank you for that. Happy sat stack and Saturday. James wrote, "Best day of the Bitcoin pod. JV and friends bring the latest crypto news. Join the growing community of the people that knows. Have a great day. He deserves it." Thank you. Thank you. Respect. James just reposted your brother. Appreciate it. Full hodl mode. Shout out Michael. The rest of the fam. I'll be checking the feed on X. Again, it's pinned, the show, and anyone who reposts or comments is going to get hooked up. I'm going to follow you and shout you out, hook you up, all that good stuff. Thank you, Chandy. Thanks for reposting the repost of the repost. #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Just reposted ya. Shout out Chandy10 Music. Always holding it down. 69 G's, baby.
G-spot rocket taking off. Everybody knows it's the magic spot. Watch how it goes.
Here we go. You're a monster, JV. Your higher power guided you well so far. Amen. I thank God for that. I give all credit to God. Yes, JV, but Bitcoin at 60,000 is by far better in terms of chance risk than at 100%. 100%. You're right. Risk reward ratio wise. Absolutely. We know Bitcoin's a sure thing because look at it. It's being talked. It's a main topic of concern for the presidential election. The game theory is finally in full effect. There's Bitcoin ETFs. We didn't have ETFs when I got involved. That's a new thing. That's a new phenomenon. That's as of January 11th this year. So we front ran BlackRock. We front ran all of Wall Street. We front ran El Salvador. We front ran Michael Saylor. We front ran, everybody except the OGs. Obviously. I recommended to everybody of any political learnings to listen to RFK's speech when he announced to his people why he is leaving and endorsing Trump. That was powerful. Not the speech at the Trump rally, but the longer one. Howdy, shout out facts. Welcome everyone just joining. Keep the comments flowing. This is a live and interactive stream, and we still have a lot yet to share. So let's continue. All right, we discussed the Hong Kong ETFs. Now let's discuss the ETFs here in the States with some of the influxes, 252 million to be specific. Spot Bitcoin ETFs achieved their highest inflow since late July, with the 12 funds collectively pulling in 252 milli on Friday. Leading the charge, of course, BlackRock's iBit added 86.8 million to its coffers, bringing its total net inflows since January 11th of 2024 to an impressive $20.7 billion. Crazy. Fidelity's FBTC followed, gathering 64 million, while Grayscale's mini Bitcoin trust absorbed roughly 51 mil. Now, Bitwise's BitB recorded 42 million of inflows, and ARK Invest in 21 shares ARKB fund pulled in 23.8 million. VanEck's HODL added 14 million, and the Invesco and Galaxy-backed BTCO captured 3.18 million. Valkyrie's Burr rounded out the day with 2.25 million gain. Meanwhile, Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust faced a challenging day, shedding 35.55 million. It's been a while since the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust converted to the Bitcoin ETF. The outflows have been horrendous. Now, EZBC, BTCW, and DEFI all remained neutral with neither inflows nor outflows recorded. Friday's 252 million flux pushed cumulative net inflows since January 11th to a total of almost 18 billion, with approximately $3 billion in trade volume registered yesterday. And crazy, right? Currently, the 12 Bitcoin ETFs hold 58.5 billion in Bitcoin reserves, representing 4.65% of the Bitcoin total market cap. So just like that, since January of this year, ETFs now have roughly 5% of the Bitcoin circulating supply. Crazy. Now, Ether ETFs, however, faced another challenging day with a 5.7 million outflow. Friday saw 215 million in Ether ETF trade volume. The 5.7 million loss adds to the cumulative net outflows, now totaling 464 milli since July 23rd. VanEck's ETH V fund led the day's inflows, bringing 2 million, followed by Bitwise's ETH W with 1.38 million in gains. Now, Fidelity's FETH fund saw a more modest addition, 685,000 during the Friday session. Grayscale's mini Ether Trust, along with ETH A, EZET, QETH, and CETH, recorded no gains or losses. And on the downside, Grayscale's ETH E experienced a 10 million outflow. The 9 other ETFs now collectively hold 7.6 billion in Ether reserves, accounting for 2% of the Ether's total market value. So there you have it. Now, since the ETH ETFs went live, ETH dominance hasn't been doing so good, or the price action, which is kind of sus. Now, and I can see he would be a good advisor. Leaders don't need clones to be advisors, but people who challenge their perspective right on data. Greg says nothing is mathematically... Man, the comments are coming fast, which I love, but I couldn't see that. Nothing is mathematically guaranteed. What is 0 without 1? What is the square root of 1 times itself? Here's what's predictable. Bitcoin will rise above all the other asset classes, period. Yeah, bottom line, Bitcoin's guaranteed to increase your purchasing power, and the dollar is mathematically guaranteed to decrease your purchasing power because they're guaranteed to continue to print the money. They have to. That's what happens when you're 36 trillion in debt. You know what I mean? I love how people don't understand HODL. It's like talking to a wall when I try to explain it to them. You know what it is? It's so simple to do. It's overlooked. People just can't fathom it. I just hodl and do nothing? Are you sure? JV, I'd rather trade the ish coins. I can get rich by tomorrow. Best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. I agree, Chandy. My family members see how well I have done, and that is all I need to say. Word up. I only mention it to them to be nice, but I stopped because tired of being belittled. Orange pill yourself. Amen. Hodl, hodl, hodl. Am I getting rid of the ETH? Maybe. I feel the same, says Tracy. Hodl on for dear frickin' life. Dear life.
When we hit the 69K, we will continue to grow. Let it flow, 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 flow. Magic cosmic fire, the rocket is fueled up. Prepare for flight, rocket up kind of high. Darting, darting, darting. 69G bound, such a fun time.
69G bound, such a fun time. We're less than 5 Gs away from 69, fam. Can you feel it? I see we got close to 1,300 people on the stream. Shout out everyone watching on X, Rumble, and YouTube. This is a try stream. We're streaming everywhere. And yeah, we're just getting started. So please repost it. Spread the word. You'll notice the stream pinned at the top of my X profile. Anyone who reposts will get reposted and shout it out, and I'll follow you back. But let's continue with the news. Let's discuss the latest from CZ. I heard he just left prison, but there's more to the story. So here's the headline. Binance founder CZ leaves U.S. prison, but not fully free as of yet. On Thursday, the crypto community, X, speculated that the Binance co-founder and former CEO Changpeng Zhao, commonly known as CZ, has been released from prison a month before the end of his 4-month sentence. However, recent reports reveal a different story. So let's break this down. Shout out CZ. Now, contrary to the circulating rumors, CZ has not been entirely freed from incarceration. Instead, he has been transferred to an administrative facility at the greater Los Angeles area just 38 days before his scheduled release from custody. According to the information for the U.S. Federal Bureau of Prisons, CZ is now classified as an inmate under the Residential Reentry Management Long Beach Field Office, which oversees federal offenders in Central and Southern California. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he is the richest man in history to ever be incarcerated. I could be wrong, but I just know at one point I think he was worth over $40 billion. And even when having to pay the $4 billion judgment to the Department of Justice, still one of the richest people in the world. Kind of crazy. Imagine being that rich and being stuck in a prison cell. Jesus. Anyways, CZ's legal entanglements stem from a guilty plea he entered in November for violating the Bank Secrecy Act. In April, a federal judge sentenced him to a term shorter than prosecutors sought, but longer than penalties imposed on other crypto execs for similar offenses. Currently serving his sentence in Lompoc, I remember Lompoc, a low-security federal prison in Santa Barbara County. California CZ circumstances are in stark contrast to those of the former FTX CEO, Bankman-Fried, who is serving a 25-year sentence at the New York Metropolitan Detention Center. Now, last November, CZ stepped down as the CEO of Binance and admitted to the felony charge as part of the settlement with U.S. authorities. The agreement included a $4.3 billion civil regulatory penalty for Binance and a prohibition preventing CZ from holding executive roles in any crypto company in the future. And before entering prison, CZ intended to dedicate his time to a writing endeavor during his term of incarceration. And despite the online conjecture, there is no substantiated proof to suggest CZ was at liberty post-transfer, as the BOP website maintains his release date as September 29th. And with a reported net worth now of $36.5 billion, as detailed by Bloomberg, CZ's imprisonment positions him as potentially the wealthiest individual ever detained in the United States. Crazy, right? Now, at this time, the exchange's native token, Binance Coin, is trading at $585 for the first time in nearly a month before the market crashed August 5th that sent the token to a 6-month low of $400. But anyways, family, let me know your thoughts. So apparently he has 1 more month left to serve, and then he'll be free again, and he'll be one of the wealthiest. Well, he already is one of the wealthiest people in the world. He's just stuck in a prison cell. But ain't that crazy? Imagine having a net worth $36.5 billion and in prison. It's crazy, yo. Binance, a national poll by Angus Reid Global, billion plus, August 19th to the 23rd. Kamala Harris, 47%. Donald Trump, 42%. I wouldn't wish prison on my worst enemy. Right on, Tracy. Binance. Other than paid off vehicle, all assets I have are the Bitcoin. I went for just 100% Biddy. Chandy's all in. That's what's up. Binance. Hit the like button. It's easy. Thank you, Grant. I miss Bitrex. Bitrex, eh? Which one was Bitrex? I'm not too familiar. I recall that one as one of the exchanges. I remember BitMEX. That was the largest derivative exchange that was ran by Arthur Hayes. And then the government targeted them. And then they propped up FTX to be the next big derivative platform. And then lo and behold, what happened there? Got Bitcoin merch. Thanks for the reminder, Streamlabs. If you guys want to support the show, we do have a merch shop at merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Free CZ. I know. I think it's a bunch of BS. I think once the heat came on Bankman-Fried, like Kevin O'Leary and all these suckers, we're all pointing the finger at CZ as the blame for what happened to FTX, and that's a bunch of BS. It's Bankman-Fried's own fault, not CZ's. He's in a halfway house. It is like house arrest. It is supposed to get you ready for society again. I think his money will take care of the reintegration. Facts. I mean, crazy, right? But anyways, fam, keep the comments flowing. Let's dive into our next story of the day. We got 1,400 people here live and on the stream. Here's the news. We shared yesterday, but let's dive a little deeper. There's a new headline. RFK Jr. says he is suspending, not terminating, presidential campaign. Independent U.S. presidential candidate RFK Jr. announced he was not dropping out of the 2024 race, heavily criticizing the Democratic Party and media outlets. Speaking in a live stream event from Phoenix on August 23rd, which was yesterday, Kennedy said he was simply suspending, but not ending, his campaign for the U.S. presidency in 2024. RFK Jr. said his name would remain on the ballot in most states, but he would remove himself in 10 background states to avoid being a spoiler for either Democratic Kamala Harris or Republican Trump. Quoting him from the speech, "In an honest system, I believe I would have won the election. In my heart, I no longer believe that I have a realistic path to electoral victory in the face of this relentless systemic censorship and media control. So I cannot, in good conscience, ask my staff and volunteers to keep working." Shout out RFK Jr., and you can see him addressing the nation right here, which he shared on X. Now, Kennedy called on supporters to vote for him in November, suggesting there was still a path to victory if Harris and Trump tied with 269 electoral votes under the U.S. Constitution. If no candidate in the presidential race gets a majority of the electoral votes, the House of Representatives will vote on a winner from the top 3 contenders. Many had expected the independent candidate to publicly announce he was ending his campaign after he filed a statement of withdrawal with the Arizona Secretary of State August 22nd. Despite saying he intended to try to keep his name on the ballot in most states, RFK Jr. said he would support Trump in 2024, claiming that Vice President Harris declined to meet or even speak with him. What a bitch. After launching his campaign initially as a Democrat in 2023, RFK Jr. made digital asset and blockchain tech a central issue. Respect. In addition to advocating for cryptos like the Biddy, he argued against the U.S. introducing a central bank digital currency. Respect. And suggested putting the national budget on the blockchain. In fact, I dare say the best speech at Nashville as far as Bitcoin was from RFK Jr. and the promises he made if he was elected president. Some of the things I can remember. I think he also said firing Gary Gensler. I'm going to assume. I know Trump said that on day one. I know he said he would free Ross Ulbricht. I know he said the United States would stockpile all the Bitcoin they have, something that Trump also said. And he also said he would purchase, correct me if I'm wrong, 450 Bitcoin every single day. Something like that. Like, for example, El Salvador has been purchasing 1 Bitcoin per day, but they're a very small country, right? The United States of America is big. Obviously, they have access to money printers and resources. So could you imagine if the United States actually did that, purchasing 450 Bitcoin per day? Be pretty crazy. I think his goal was to get 4 million Bitcoin for the United States of America, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is that more than 5% of the circulating supply? That might even be 20%. Because just do the math with me here. There's 21 million Bitcoin there could ever be. 5 or 6 million are lost and gone forever, will never move. That takes us down to like Jeez, like 15 million Bitcoin. And if they had 4 million stockpile, that might be 1/3 of the circulating supply. So my numbers are off. So that could be 30% of the Bitcoin just from the United States. That'd be crazy. Now, also we had Trump who promised to make, the United States of America a Bitcoin mining hub for the world. So those two together, I think, would create a lot of prosperity for us as Bitcoiners, clearly. And, I think that's a cool thing. Let me know your thoughts. There's only 450 bitty mined per day. Whoa. I think there's actually less now since the halving. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's the exact number? Nipinator indicator. RFK being a big Bitcoiner so close to Trump is awesome. Agreed. So clearly we have Trump, Kennedy, pro-Bitcoin, pro-humanity, pro-healthy food, anti-CBDC. Then we have Harris. I don't even know. Is Biden still involved? I'm so confused. Biden, Harris, or whomever. I don't even know anymore. Who is anti-Bitcoin, anti-crypto, poison your food, population control. Yeah, I mean, the choice is clear. What up? Hit the likes, you bunch of degens. The accountability of putting the budget on the blockchain. What a beautiful dream. You mean they'd actually be held accountable? They can't fudge the numbers? Crazy, huh? Welcome everyone joining the stream. There's already 1,500 people here. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day and discuss Bitcoin potentially hitting a bull scenario target of 52 million per coin as per one of the largest asset managers, VanEck. That's the bull scenario. So just keep that in mind. But before we jump into that, I'm going to read some more comments out loud. Welcome everyone just joining the stream.
Rocket up, kind of doing sexy rising Bitcoin. We're on the brink, we're feeling fine. Counting down the seconds, it's almost time. Hold your breath, keep it tight. 69 G's gonna light up the night. Day up 69.
And what do you guys think of the new Bitcoin Kids song we dropped? Let me know. We'll play it again later in the stream. It's my new favorite song. It's pretty lit. I saw a lot of good feedback yesterday on it. And you can check out the music video on Chandy's channel. And just note, Chandy10 Music is also pinned her YouTube channel in the commenting section of the YouTube channel. And I encourage the 1,400 or so of you on X right now, if you want to interact, considering this is an interactive show, I always encourage you guys to visit the YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net. That way you guys can comment and be heard, and all of your comments will show on screen. I always do my best to read all the comments out loud. That's what makes the show fun. Yes, on the first day at midnight, so we're going to fire Gary Gensler and we're going to free Ross Ulbricht. How's that sound? Whoa, breaking news. The owner of Telegram, Pavel, was just arrested in France for failing to censor the truth on his application. Potential charges include support for terrorism, drug trafficking, complicity, in crimes, mass fraud, money laundering, concealment, pedophile content, sanctions, evasion, and more. They want to control information everywhere. And I'm just reading you the tweet right now in real time from Andrew Tate 1 minute ago. So the owner of Telegram was just arrested in France for failing to censor the truth. How sad is that? For failing to censor the truth, you become an enemy of the state. That's just the way of the world, family. Jesus Christ. But anyways, fam, welcome anyone just joining us. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day, and then we'll jump into some live Q&A. Greg says, Bitcoin all exchange reserves all-time low. Bitcoin mining difficulty near all-time high. Bitcoin long-term hodl wallets all-time high. What is incoming? A supply crunch. Meteoric rise of the Bitcoin value across the globe. Or what's the BTB value? I'm not familiar with the term. Or did you mean BTC? Let me know. Ricky Norwood, we don't talk about that right now. Most of us have our heads down to get out of the boat. Just wow. I mean, crazy, eh? But anyways, now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin price to 52 million in the bull scenario by the year 2050, which is 26 years from now, according to VanEck. That's right. Let me break this baby down for you. As you can read in the headline, Bitcoin price by 2050, 52 million, treasure, or a $0 trap? I'll tell you my honest feedback. I think Bitcoin's more likely to hit 52 million per coin than go to zero. But what are your thoughts on that, family? Let me know. So yeah, as we approach the close of the first quarter of the 21st century, the world has witnessed remarkable transformations across nearly every domain. And obviously, amongst this, led by Bitcoin, has been nothing short of a revolution. However, as we look forward, the future of Bitcoin remains fiercely contested. So the million-dollar question becomes, is Bitcoin headed for a 52 million valuation or something more modest? Let's discuss it, yo. Now, Bitcoin's ongoing growth has led experts to speculate about its trajectory over the next 25 years. While some envision Bitcoin reaching extraordinary heights, others foresee a drastic downfall. Let's first examine the arguments supporting the bullish future for the Bitty. So here you go. A comprehensive analysis by VanEck's digital asset research team projects Bitcoin's value can surge to $2.9 million in a base case scenario, or reach as high as an astounding $52 million in a bullish scenario by 2050. Now, granted, that's a pretty substantial gap. Nonetheless, it is what it is. So what's driving these optimistic price predictions? VanEck's research is rooted in the belief that Bitcoin will evolve into a key global reserve currency. Could you imagine Bitcoin achieving that? Let me know. The firm anticipates that the Bitty can soon play a central role as an international medium of exchange, particularly in the implementation of new Bitcoin Layer 2 solutions. They also predict that the Bitcoin will facilitate 10% of the global trade transactions and 5% of domestic trade by 2050. Furthermore, VanEck suggests that central banks could hold 2.5% of their assets in Bitcoin by then. And here are some significant factors VanEck highlights that could contribute to the Bitcoin value surge by 2050. Number one, a transforming international monetary system. A major driver of the Bitcoin potential rise is the shift in the international monetary system, the IMS, and according to the VanEck analysis, current trade indicate that economies are gradually distancing themselves from traditional currency reserves. Today, the IMS is largely dominated by the US dollar, along with the British pound, Japanese yen, and the euro. A country's currency is used in global trade based on its share of the world's GDP, which in turn strengthens the financial infrastructure built around the currency. Now, for decades, the system had remained stable, but cracks are beginning to show. VanEck's research notes that the US dollar's share in cross-border payments has hovered around 61% for the past 45 years. However, the euro and the yen have seen significant declines. The euro's share of global payments has dropped from 22% in the mid-2000s to 14.5% by the end of 2023. And its presence in central bank reserves also decreased 25% in the late 2000s to 19% in 2023. Meanwhile, the Japanese yen has fared even worse, with its shares of global payments falling from 12% in the mid-1990s to under 5% in 2023. While its central bank reserves has shrunk from 6.2% to just over 5% in the same period. These shifts suggest the reliance on the principal four currencies, the US dollar, the yen, the euro, and the pound, waning globally. Now, VanEck posits that the diminishing dependence opens the door for Bitcoin to fill the gap in the years ahead. Now, de-dollarization and the emergence of a new IMS. The VanEck analysis highlights the significant shift tied to the de-dollarization. Although the US dollar remains a dominant global reserve currency, many nations are gradually moving away from it, a trend known as de-dollarization. Several factors are driving this transition, including the following: the US dollar becoming increasingly expensive for emergent economies, changes in oil demand and trade relation with the Gulf countries, and geopolitical events, the most critical being the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and let's not forget the BRICS movement as well. This gradual distancing from the US dollar is paving the way for the new IMS. According to the VanEck's research, the Chinese yuan, the renminbi, has seen its value double over the past year. Countries such as Saudi Arabia, Brazil, and Russia are increasingly using the renminbi for international trade in place of the US dollar. And moreover, emergent economies are favoring local currencies over the US dollar. For instance, India is now purchasing oil using the Indian rupee and settling trade in Malaysia with the Indian rupees. Now, another factor is the distribution in traditional international currency reserves. The transition away from traditional IMS has disrupted global currency reserves. VanEck projects that by 2050, there will be a rise in bilateral trade agreements and a more significant role for the Chinese renminbi. And additionally, emerging market currencies could account for 3% to 7.5% of the central bank reserves over the next 25 years. A reliance of dominant reserve currency diminishes. VanEck foresees the Bitcoin share of global reserves climbing to 2.5%. The firm also predicts Bitcoin's role in international and domestic trade will increase, capturing 10% to 5% of the market share. Now, another factor, I'll read, this will be the last one. Bitcoin emerging as a new reserve currency. In this evolving IMS, Bitcoin is likely to emerge as a new global currency for the global economies. VanEck asserts that most emerging markets lack the stability or the influence to achieve reserve currency status. And while some countries may lean on China and other emerging powers, those wary of suboptimal reserve options might turn to the bitty. VanEck identifies several advantages that Bitcoin offers as a reserve currency, including the following: unchallenged monetary policy, neutrality, adequate property rights, and a lack of government bias. So as we know, Bitcoin's decentralized neutral structure allows for transparent software-driven algorithms rather than politically influenced decision-making, making it an attractive option for reserve status. And I mean, we can go on and on. There's actually a very long article. I'll include it in the show notes below the video in the description, but it breaks down the math. And again, this is according to VanEck. It's a major asset manager. So I'll just read you the highlight here as far as the prediction. Assuming that the Bitcoin velocity is similar to the US average, approximately 1.5. VanEck analysis conclude the Bitcoin's base value could reach 2.9 million per coin by 2050, representing 1.6% of the world's financial assets. And while the bearish scenario pegs Bitcoin's value at 130,000, the bullish outlook sees it skyrocketing to an eye-watering $52 million per BTC. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the major asset manager. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live show. I'm going to do my best to read all the comments out loud. Let me know your thoughts, projections, predictions, and we'll go from there. Any of you have English lops or need a breeder? Hear me out. Hey, which came first, the chicken or the egg? What if the chicken butt and the first egg popped out one side of the chicken popped out the other? I understand. I was actually, whoa. And I love the comments are coming so fast I can't keep up. Nothing comes from itself. It has to be created and nurtured or it fails miserably. Chicken butt is the wormhole. So you're saying the chicken butt is the wormhole. It sounds like facts solve that mystery. I have a Rex, not lops. Music better meet production on the Rex. I made a crypto thought experiment, says Adam. Hey fam, shout out Laura. What's up? I didn't get much sleep last night. My brain is hurt trying to figure out what you just said. Shandy. The only valid estimation is the percentage revenue of the year for the monetary debasement, and I assume that it'll be 10% by 2040 until 2040, even 15 to 20% each year. Quick, someone make a meme coin. Haha. Hey, what up, JV? Shit out crypto today, and everyone won't be long at the 100K party. We'll be ready to be scheduled. Maybe we can get Trump to come. That would be mind-boggling if we had Trump in Puerto Rico at the 100K party. Can someone arrange that? Anyone have access to Trump? I might have to call on a favor from the Oracle. Hype the chat. There you go. Chicken egg came from the evolution. Are you saying the butt's not the wormhole? Shout out Laura. Are you at the beach today? It's a nice beach day here in Puerto Rico. Nice and sunny out. Yes. Very. Subscribe to the #1 Daily Pod. I appreciate it, yo. Much appreciated. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to end the YouTube stream, and we're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod. We're going to play some new music videos. We're going to have fun. I encourage everyone watching on YouTube right now, head on over to the Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. And let's get ready to rumble on the uncensored, extended version of the podcast. See you on the Rumble. Cool. So the YouTube should be finishing up. We'll give it a few moments.